Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic, and I am tremendously excited because we're nearing the end of the road to WrestleMania. I'm joined by Ross and Andrew, and we're here with some lovely pictures. You've just thrown one of yours away?
What was that? Tom picked, we're just in a video before this, right? And Tom picked up all the paper, right? Even though I left my pictures on the table. And he's messed it all up.
Oh.
Let's just cancel the video.
Cancel WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that because it's time for pitches for WrestleMania. If you've never seen one of these before, this is how it works. We've all brought 3 pitches to the table. We're going to go round in a circle. Ross, then Andrew, then myself, then again, and we'll be left with 9 lovely pitches for WrestleMania 38. But remember the golden rule. It's not what we think's going to happen.
It's what we want to happen. WrestleMania.
Ross, go on. Let's start off.
Right, I'm going straight to Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. I am pitching, right, revolutionarily so. It should be a barn burner because they're really good at beating the piss out of one another. This goes on for absolutely ages, so it does this match, but not too long. Just the right touch, you know what I mean? Because this entire feud has been about the tapping, Ronda refusing to tap when Charlotte has attacked her, and Charlotte claiming she's never been tapped, although she has. Bear times fama lamb. We're going for the big-time submission finish. Ronda, of course, has been learning how to do the ankle lock properly with Shayna Baszler. We've seen this on YouTube. Keep that in mind for the end of the pitch. So naturally, there's lots of technical submission holds and lots of tantalizing submission spots. However, we get to the point in the match where it looks like Charlotte is going to get Ronda with a figure 8. It's locked in. Ronda's hanging on. She's hanging on. She's hanging on. She's hanging on. The hand goes up as it looks like she's about to tap. Ronda's screaming, bless her cotton socks. She's in lots of pain. But what is that? Who is that? It do be a human because they have a body, but they are wearing a balaclava, a hoodie, combat trousers, and combat boots. Therefore, you know that SHIT is about to go down. The mysterious balaclavaed figure produces a playing card, and in one fell swoop, flicks the playing card into the blindsided referee's eye, who doesn't know they are there because of sort of beat from the side. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
David Blaine. Like a
Shazam.
Aye.
Like Gambit from X-Men.
It's all because of the magic. Shazam. The referee gets hit right in the eye. They are blind, Deck. They are blind. Yes, the margin for error is small here, I do concede, dear viewer, and panel around the table. But this masked assailant knows how to play their cards right. I've written that in there. There's a mysterious balaclavaed figure then gets in the ring and pummels Charlotte Flair. And I've used the word pummels for great aplomb here. Beating her to within an inch of her life, basically. With the referee coming back to life, the mysterious black balaclavaed figure, because the balaclava's black, that came out wrong.
No, it didn't. I got what you meant. No, sorry.
Gets out the ring, and Ronda locks on the ankle lock, and Charlotte doesn't tap because she's dead, basically, and just passes out. We do the arm thing. Blah, 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 blah. Ronda Rousey is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and the masked assailant now gets back in the ring and poses like they're getting ready to get jiggy with it. We're too cool, you know, just sort of stand like that.
Yeah.
The whole DDP reveal is what I'm going for here, that sort of vibe. The balaclava is removed, and it's only Ronda Rousey's training partner from that YouTube video last week. The Queen of Spades herself, Shayna Baszler.
I wish you'd not said it earlier.
Sowing the seeds.
You were.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Just showing how it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I realise a lot of people won't have seen that clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
just been on YouTube, and it's not been a part of SmackDown for some
True.
reason.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
fantastic.
It should have
It's
been.
really
yeah,
good.
really
I
should.
learned how to do an ankle lock there, so you better watch out.
I know how to get out of a figure 8 now, though.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Ankle lock.
Well, I know how to get out of an ankle lock now.
Do you?
You roll.
You just
You
make them.
untie your boot, and then you roll. I've got it.
I hope you all the best. I wish you all the best in doing that. And then basically coming out of this match, I want these two to just basically become a modern 2-woman power trip. We're going back down that route again, but not really. With the tag team titles at WrestleMania, winning the tag team titles at WrestleMania Backlash or whatever the show is going to be called in a month or so, and then retire them because in the words of Conan, they feel that's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
You know, the Conan from Italy. And also WCW way back in the day. Now, you might be wondering here, dear viewer, what about Natalya? Natalya, obviously, who was teaming with Shayna Baszler to challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championships on night 2 of WrestleMania. This match here takes place, is it the main event of night 1?
It's night 1.
It's up there.
But it's
there.
rumored that like Austin and Owens' thing will be the
It's
the
up
main.
there at the end of night 1. Obviously, Natalya is shocked, and she fires Shayna from their tag team
you were going to
ahead
say
of
from
her.
a cannon then.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say from a cannon.
I don't know what's
Fires her
happening.
out of a
Fires her
cannon.
from a cannon.
Sorry. Now we debut Dakota Kai as her brand new PA.
Oh.
And Dakota Kai,
Oh, dear me.
Oh,
Dakota Kai, I'm getting emotional here. Dakota Kai
okay.
takes the place of Shayna Baszler on night 2 of WrestleMania because Smack My Arse is done in NXT.
Yeah.
The screaming gimmick is nonsensical and she's that good. She should have been on the main roster a long time
Yes.
ago. So being Natalya's PA and then Natalya rocket boosting her.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's a way in the door there. So there you go.
Fair enough. Oh.
Goodness me.
Whoa.
You've gone to the end.
I'm not, that's
That's
it.
it.
So we're finished.
I like it a lot, Ross. I like it a lot. I like it primarily because Shayna deserves much better than what she's ever had on the main roster. She deserves something more akin to her NXT run, and this might be the way to do it. I'm assuming that like way down the line, they then turn on each other and have a big old fight. But yeah, I like it mainly for that reason. But then the Dakota Kai bit at the end as well, I agree totally. She also deserves a lot more. So I've got no issues. It's a big yes from me.
Yeah, big yes from me as well. I like. I really want them on actual WWE TV to acknowledge that they are friends because we got the little bit in the Royal Rumble, didn't we?
tiny
Where
bit
they
in
were
the
like,
Royal
they
Rumble,
were
yeah.
smiling at each other and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe we're going to see something like with these two as a team. We get like 4 horsewomen type thing going on or whatever. And yeah, I like the little training thing that they did recently too. I thought that was really really fun. And I think it was one of my WWE pitch, like the whole pitch for the year thing was like more Shayna Baszler. So I say yes to that.
Ah.
Yes to that.
What do you think of the card bit? I thought that was
I loved it. I thought that was
I'm
cool.
worried
was
about that
inspired.
bit. I'm a bit worried about that bit.
Why?
Just hard to do.
She can do it.
She can do it. She's cool.
You ever seen her do it?
Oh, right. Fair enough.
What? You listening to that?
I think as long as just to try and get this back on
Yeah.
track, gentlemen. But I think
Sorry.
if she did it and it just hit anywhere on the referee's face, that's good enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Because
then he, like,
presumably
played-
he'd be like, what? Not Blaze.
It's like cut him on the
I mean, in
cheek.
my eyes, the referee would blink at the right moment and the car would get stuck.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Whoa! Oh, you're not a fan of eye stuff?
No, don't. I can poke my own eye, but I can't.
Can you wear contact lenses?
I've never tried. I think
okay.
my eyes are too bad that if I wore contact lenses, they would bulge, like the actual lens would bulge out of
Your
my
eyes
eye.
are shocking.
They are bad.
I've
They are
tried
really
them
bad.
on.
You
those,
are.
Those gaps.
They're horrible. It's like double glazing
Try
windows.
give them the jack. Give them a try.
I'm scared, man.
They might be a bit dirty.
Oh, don't worry
Give
about
them a
that.
do.
It's fine. Well, I'm not going to be able to say them either. I mean, okay, so obviously I do wear contact lenses.
Yeah.
I've not got them in at the minute.
Yeah.
They are stronger
They're
than my
strong,
contact lenses.
aren't they?
They're
They're
stronger. I
strong.
can't tell how much stronger. They're a bit strong.
Andrew,
Yes?
let's hear your novel.
Well, I'm gonna go for my second one because it kind of it's around the same thing that you kind of done there. But I gone in a different direction. So I didn't know it was on. Wait, no, sorry, I did. Never mind. Forget it.
Okay.
Forget it. I'm going now. WrestleMania Night 1. We kick things off with Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. After what transpired on Raw with Bianca cutting Becky's hair, Lynch storms onto the pre-show of Night 1 to declare war. It's hair versus hair. You even tried to take my WrestleMania moment away from me, and I'll take your identity, Bianca. However, Bianca does take that WrestleMania moment away from Becky. She squashes her in 25 seconds. 1 second less than the win at SummerSlam, shaves Becky Lynch's head, and basically just ties this whole storyline up in a nice little WrestleMania flavored bow, leaving as the Raw Women's Champion.
That's given me more questions than it has
Okay,
answered.
well, we'll see. Well,
What does
you'll
Will Smith
see.
think
You'll
of
see
this?
where this goes. Well,
Oh,
you'll
shouldn't.
see. Between matches, we see that tragedy. So this is further on in the night. So between matches, we see that tragedy has struck. Liv Morgan is found backstage, laid out, and as the finger starts to be pointed towards either Zelina and Carmella or Baszler and Natalya trying to thin out the numbers, later we see Natalya laid out. Surely that has to revert the match back to the original plan of Sasha and Naomi versus Zelina and Carmella, right?
Yeah.
However, no. After Rhea and Shayna assume that this is the doing of the women's tag team champions, they form an alliance in order to win the titles and get some redemption for their teammates.
Oh, because they're both their partners.
Yeah,
they're
both
the
their
two
partners.
surviving
Yeah.
partners. Got it.
Yeah.
But Andy!
Yeah.
How will they coexist?
Right? Well, they coexist
That was really well done. That was really
they
good.
existing because, their teammates have been taken out.
They'd be a good tag team as well. They're
So
hard. They're hard lasses.
Yeah. So we see Team Bad of Sasha and Naomi and Shayna and Rhea working together in the match to take out those naughty heels of Carmella and Zelina. But as the match progresses, Naomi and Sasha, they start to live up to their namesake. We get rope leverages, ref distractions, blatant and literal backstabbings to Rhea and Shayna.
Not literal.
Well,
Not literally.
the move.
Oh, the move.
Oh, the backstabber. Got you,
Not real knives. And even some sneaky chair shots. But alas, it's not quite enough to put Rhea and Shayna down as they surprisingly get the win on Carmella. Ooh. Team Bad then double down on the heelishness by providing weapon-based beatings on Shayna and Rhea after the match, revealing themselves to be behind the attacks on their teammates.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, say that last bit again.
So, basically... Team Bad at the end of the match, because they've lost, they've not won the tag team titles, Rhea and Shayna have instead. Team Bad then start beating down Rhea and Shayna with weapons, revealing themselves to be the ones that attack Liv Morgan and Natalya.
But they were faces at the start.
Right, it's crazy.
How's this gone from Becky and...
Hey, I'm telling you, we're gonna tie it all up at the end. Okay. It's WrestleMania. So finally we get to Ronda versus Charlotte for the main event. We're a decent way into the match when Becky Lynch appears, new hairstyle and all, livid about being humiliated and having everything stolen from her. She makes her way down to the ring towards the two confused competitors. She starts screaming at Ronda, "Why didn't you pick me? I could have beaten you. I could be reveling in my moment right now." This obviously irks Ronda, but it's also clearly a distraction. This brings out Bianca, who then chases Becky around the ring and up the ramp where Sasha Banks is lying in wait. She has beef with both of these women. However, she teams with Becky to take out Bianca, causing Rhea to run in now and even the odds. It's all kicking off, everybody. There's lots of things going on, right?
I'm trying to imagine it in my head so I don't get confused.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of moving pieces.
There's a lot of moving parts here. We cut back to the action in the ring. Ronda now has Charlotte in the ankle lock. Charlotte is going to tap, but no, again, a hooded figure hops out from the crowd and clocks Ronda in the back with a chair. It's Bayley, everybody.
Oh!
Charlotte looks on in disbelief, but the two women smile at one another as Charlotte goes for the pin. 1, 2, kick out from Ronda Rousey. They can't believe it.
Twists and turns.
So many twists and turns. Charlotte holds up Ronda and signals for Bayley to hit another chair shot, but Shayna Baszler flies past all the brawling on the stage to come to the aid of her friend. Bayley quickly gets out of the ring to avoid any conflict, and whilst this is happening, Charlotte hits the figure eight, stares directly into Shayna's eyes and goes for the bridge. But Shayna reminds Ronda of their training. She tells Ronda to pull the leg out from underneath Charlotte Flair, reversing it into the ankle lock, getting the tap-out victory to win the SmackDown's women's title. After the dust is settled, we see Bianca and Rhea take to the ring to celebrate with Ronda and Shayna, who has already gone to congratulate her friend. All four women hold up their belts and stare down at the four veterans on the outside, setting up a 4 horsewomen versus new 4 horsewomen.
Oh my God.
Got you.
We got there in the end. Lots of names, I understand.
Can you just quickly say who the new 4 horsewomen
So the new 4 horsewomen are Bianca Belair, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and Rhea Ripley.
Nice. Got you.
We got there in the end. It was a stretch. It's like Stretch Armstrong and his arms are nearly ripped off, but we got there.
Andrew,
in the end.
After we found the 2 lasses attacked backstage, I haven't got a clue what happened. But I like the ending. I love the ending very much. And the fact that ending is what happened. I don't really care what happened after the 2 lasses backstage got attacked.
Yeah.
So it's a yes from me.
Thank you
I feel
so
like
much.
I've just watched all of Game of Thrones in a minute. So it was like the opening scene in The Dark Knight where they're all killing each other off.
Yeah. What's going on here? You don't know what's going on.
I think I'm going to give it a yes, ultimately.
Thank you.
Because there was a lot going on.
There was.
But I think this is one of those ones that in practice would be more effective and easy to understand than just on paper.
Yeah, definitely.
You'd see what was going on.
When that many people get involved, it does get a little bit convoluted.
Also, I think this would go a long way to, once again, raising the importance of the women's division in WWE. So I think it's a yes from me as well.
Nice, thank you.
It's all right. Right, God, that was class.
That was big.
That was
I'm sorry.
man. No, that was worth it.
You got one of those special cigarettes that you smoke? I do one of those now.
Well, it's like, did you have a nice time there, Ross? You got to calm down afterwards. Yeah.
It's a journey that was.
Okay.
I've been on a roller coaster.
My first pitch concerns two matches at WrestleMania, or two things. So you've got Edge, who loses to AJ Styles and snaps. He doesn't know what to do. He's at the end of his tether. And you've got Kevin Owens, who's humiliated in some fashion by Stone Cold Steve Austin, either in a match or a beatdown or whatever it's going to be. Owens doesn't come out right. They both have a bit of a breakdown. They're both having a bad old time. And eventually, maybe on the Raw after, Edge finds Kev at his lowest point and mentors him, and maybe even dips into team with him in some big matches down the line against the likes of RK Bro. I should point out, this is less of a WrestleMania pitch and more of like the start is WrestleMania,
Okay.
and carry on from there. I've bended the rules slightly, I'm sorry. Kev has a big match at SummerSlam against someone better than him, someone higher on the card, someone, I don't know who, but someone we recognize as like above Kevin Owens in the pecking order, but wins with Edge's guidance. Wins clean, but with Edge's guidance and coaching in a bit of a Arn Anderson coaching Cody Rhodes kind of fashion. Then they're the two survivors for Team Raw at Survivor Series. Everything's going well for them. Kev's becoming even more dark and twisted, more opportunistic, like classic Edge was. Then we get to the Royal Rumble. Both men are in it. They make the final three. It's those two and whoever the biggest babyface is at the time. I've just put here, for example, Cody Rhodes, but we don't know who. A big babyface who everyone wants to win this match. Edge is thrown onto the apron and he's teetering. He's clinging on. Kevin Owens grabs Cody or whoever, spins him around, stunner, and we're left with Kevin Owens and Edge is hanging off, and it's like the Lion King. And we know Kevin Owens' history and we know what he's going to do. But instead, he hands out his hand and helps Edge back into the ring. And for once, he's not betrayed his friend. And then Edge just throws him out straight away. And we're like, what has happened to Kevin Owens? Edge has thrown him out. Owens is absolutely stunned on the floor. Edge ultimately ends up losing to whoever this babyface is. That's a separate feud. We don't really need to. And then Edge ends up last eliminated, and it sets up a grudge match at Mania between Kevin Owens and Edge, which Owens wins to send Edge, I've said here, into a well-deserved second retirement. I think that would be a fitting last match for Edge. I don't actually know how long he wants to carry on for. He's doing really well, obviously. But I think if Edge was going to retire, it would be best at the hands of someone who... I think Owens has spoken before about how much he loves Edge. He was like a hero of his. So that's my pitch. It's a year-long one, I know, but yeah.
Similar to Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, some might say.
A bit.
But without the humour. With the humour?
No, very serious.
Yeah, without the humour. And that's what gives it a yes for me. Because it was going to be like, I don't think Edge is as good as witty as Chris Jericho. And I don't think the partnership with Kevin Owens would be as witty as it was with the donkey and the goat. So I think the serious nature is a yes. It makes it a yes for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes from me. Like the intensity between those two, especially when Kevin gets into that place as well. Like Kevin's so good when he gets into that place, and I think Edge is the right person to bring it out of him. They can have like some form of, I don't know. I was like, what if it's a TLC match, right, at WrestleMania, but for a contract to either like. For Edgy is like, I don't know, to see if he retires or not. Like
why
you were
not,
saying,
Andrew?
like, why not? Let's throw it in there
well done.
and just
Thank
have
you.
a big old brawl, like something like that would be so cool.
Yeah, could even hark back to Owens' matches with like Sami Zayn and Ring of Honor. El Generico, and Ring of Honor, really brutal match.
And I think, as you said, I'm pretty sure that Kevin Owens has expressed want to fight Edge at some point as well. Like that would be a dream match too. So yeah,
I'll be honest, that was the end point, and I worked backwards from there.
I was
how do we get from Owens versus
What are
Edge?
you, traditional booking man?
Crazy.
I know. If Tony has my number, you can just get me on the booking team there. But yes, that was my first pitch.
Cool.
But Ross, what's your second one?
Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn we're going to now, and this one is really simple in theory, but complex in execution.
Okay.
The match starts in the ring, but eventually with it being a false count anywhere thing, anything goes thing, Knoxville eventually lures Sami Zayn into the backstage area. And because Sami is an idiot who made this an anything goes match instead of a straight up wrestling match where he would have wiped the floor with the not wrestler, he's got what's coming to him right here. Because lying in wait, dotted around the backstage area, is every single member of the Jackass cast apart from Bam Margera for obvious reasons. And one by one, they execute infamous Jackass bits on Sami Zayn's sorry arse. We've got Danger Erin with what was called the Terror Taxi from number 2, but without the controversy. We've got Sami Zayn twatted with the massive hand from the high five bit of Jackass 3D. Dave England takes a SHIT on Sami Zayn's chest. Butterbean, Will Smith's Sami Zayn. Steve-O is waiting with an army of bees and latches them on to Sami Zayn's winky and scrotum. Knoxville instructs a proper massive bull to obliterate Sami Zayn.
Instructs the bull.
Instructs the bull. Get him, bull!
Yeah!
But in the safest way possible, because the bull is a stiff worker, but he knows how to keep things snug rather than reckless. when it's time to dance. Eventually, Sami Zayn is pinned to the floor by Preston Lacey, who has super glue on his massive belly to ensure that Sami can't move. And Knoxville, basically, the ending point of the match is Knoxville rides Preston, who is on top of Sami. I keep saying Sami. Sami on top of Sami, like a surfboard. Because surf's up, dude. Knoxville is the winner, and then Sami will come back stronger from this. But it's a harsh lesson. It's a harsh lesson.
Really?
It's a harsh lesson for Sami, because if you're really good at wrestling and you're fighting a non-wrestler, just do it in a wrestling match, you tit.
Yeah.
So basically, just get a jackass amalgamation bit all happening to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Does it happen throughout the night or just in one big segment?
It could be whatever you want it to be, Jack.
What's your pitch?
Well, if you want to add to it.
No,
go
I
for
was just trying to visualize it. Do we keep cutting back to it, or is it just in one?
Yes. Paying homage to WrestleMania 18 and the hardcore title.
Oh, yeah, where they're going through the backstage
Whoa!
bits.
Everything's happening with the camera. I don't know if that
What
picked up on
happened
there. We went blue for a second.
Wait.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dabba-dee, dabba-die. But yes, it can happen all the way through the night, just these things getting scattered in. I think there's a lot of comedic times to be had.
It sounds hard to engineer.
If there's one person who can, it's Sami Zayn.
Okay, yeah.
I'm convinced in the build-up of this feud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love Jack. I love Jackass. And this
simple
is
in theory, but complex.
yeah. No, I think it is. I think it is quite simple. I feel like something like this might happen with it being anything goes. Like I imagine that the cast might get involved in some way and do some stuff. And just Dave England taking a massive dump on Sami Zayn's chest.
That's what WrestleMania is
That's
all
what
about.
caps it off, right? That's
Yeah.
like the cream on top of the cake.
Stupendous.
It's beautiful. It's stupendous.
Yes, it is.
Poopendous.
That's it. He's got it.
Poopendous.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. The turning point is when you went, Sami Zayn will come back stronger from this.
He will come back stronger from this.
Will he?
It's a humble beat down where he'll be knocked down, much like Kevin Owens in your pitch, to his lowest point, and he'll bounce back.
I don't agree with it because I feel like it's damaging to Sami, but I would like to see it happen. So it's a thumbs up, a reluctant thumbs up from me as well.
That's the best one.
That's
Yeah.
the best.
Best kind.
That's really good. That was really good. I just enjoyed that pitch. It was a nice pitch.
The only one missing is Zackass, because I'm a big fan of Zackass.
I've not seen the new
Zackass.
From the
He's a
newest
new one.
Big fella.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's
I
really
like
good.
him. I like Poopies as well. He's funny.
Poopies is a
Poopies.
bit too out there for me.
He's
His
a bit
name's-
too out there.
His name's Poopies.
Yeah, his nose. Did you see what happened when they did the Jackass Shark Week thing? He got his hand
got
like
bit by a
full on.
shark,
Yeah,
yeah.
like almost like tore off there. Madness.
I'm sure his real name's Steve.
It's something. He was on Steve O's podcast, and it is
I had it on
quite
when I was in bed. the other
normal.
day,
Yeah.
Just a normal fella. Madness.
Madness.
Do you know,
Okay.
I find myself really wanting to see what that water is all about that Steve-O promotes.
What
Which
liquid
one?
death?
Yeah, in the white
It's
can.
apparently just sparkling water.
Oh, it's sparkling?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I think
man.
you get still or sparkling.
Oh, can you
can't
get still
you
as
can get
well?
still.
I'm sure
I get
it's-
still.
it appears to be a thing. All Americans drink is water in a can.
Okay.
So we
Is
don't
it good for the environment? I think it is. I think that's what they say.
I
You know
don't
the hipster garage cafe up the road?
Yeah.
They do water in a can.
Do
they?
I've never had it, but yeah.
Oh, I'll have to try it. Is it liquid death?
No, it's just literally water in a can. So I think I'd rather just get it out the tap.
You
Okay.
peasant.
Yeah.
Council juice.
Council pop. Yeah, we used to call
Council
it that.
pop.
Council pop
This
is
filled with
good.
Council pop juice.
I thought you said cancel pop. Like,
No, that's you with this pitch.
oh, okay,
You're the
fantastic.
cancel
That's when
Are you
Justin
ready?
Bieber does something weird. Oh, cancel pop.
Cancel pop.
Yes.
Right. Are we ready for a pitch,
Oh,
everybody?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So at some point during the weekend, we see an in remembrance video spanning the entirety of Scott Hall's career and achievements in the industry and how influential he was to a number of superstars, both old and young. When the video fades, we cut backstage to see Sarah Schreiber standing there with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash and X-Pac. The Clique have reunited to pay respects to their friend. Each member talks about their relationship with Hall and what he meant to them both personally and professionally. And then we get to Shawn Michaels and he's talking, but something catches his eye just out of shot. He apologizes and has to be excused for a brief moment. The camera pans to show Ricochet holding the IC title, pacing and showing signs of frustration and doubt as to what's gone on recently on SmackDown with Angel and Humberto.
He's an idiot, by the way, Ricochet.
He
What's he
is.
done?
Requesting a triple threat match involving Humberto and Angel
Teammates.
for the championship that he held.
Hey, Hey.
So he wins that match in your pitch.
So I'm going to say, for the sake of this pitch, we'll say that the Intercontinental title is up for grabs in a triple threat match. Sean
On
confronts... No, at WrestleMania.
They
So
moved
this is
that
at
to
WrestleMania.
Okay. In real life, if there's
It's on SmackDown.
Oh, is it
really.
on SmackDown?
Yeah. But,
I
they, but
missed
no,
that.
it's all right. For this
We
pitch,
can
we can move
disregard
it. Yeah,
that.
Disregard that. This is what I want to happen.
Yeah,
This
cool.
is what you
There
want to
we
happen.
go. Right.
Believe in yourself.
For that's the place to start.
And that's it.
Hey.
Hey.
Sean confronts Ricochet and he tries to calm him down. He's offering him words of advice. He tells Ricochet that he's proud of him and how far he's come in WWE, but this isn't the Ricochet he remembers. Where's the Ricochet that would just like flip out of the ring and stand up to any challenger that may present itself, you know?
Yeah.
He has a lot to live up to by holding that title. He's pointing to the Intercontinental title, obviously, on this stage. And now it's time to forge his own legacy in this company. Sean ends with, hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. You see it in Ricochet's eyes after this pep talk that something inside him, there's a little fire inside him. He shakes his head in agreement and he hugs his former mentor, but before leaving, he says he has some business to attend to. So further into the night, it's time for the IC title bout, and Los Lotharios have made their entrance as the camera cuts backstage when Ricochet's music hits. He's seen leaving Vince McMahon's office with a smile on his face. We see him look at something that's just out of the camera's view, smiling confidently and nodding. He says, that'll do. Aye, yeah, that one there, that'll do. As he proceeds to the entranceway. As he enters onto the ramp, we see him carrying an old school orange ladder in one hand and a mic in the other. Ricochet cuts an impassioned promo with grit and some air of cockiness as well, like his main event promos against Ali, when them two were just like doing things on the phones and sending them to each other.
You think people watch main event?
They were very good promos, though. That's the problem. They were really good promos. He talks about how he wants to leave a legacy, how he wants to once again elevate the importance of the Intercontinental title like the greats did back in the day, and how he wants to inspire a legion of young wrestling fans like Razor and Shawn did at WrestleMania 10. And what better way to do that than to prove he's the IC champion for a reason by defending the title, in a ladder match against Humberto and Angel, and he wins. There you go. Overcomes it, and then we can go on to have Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank ladder match used to be a WrestleMania thing. We can have some sort of a Razor Ramon tribute ladder match every WrestleMania or something for the Intercontinental Championship, which might be nice.
I think that's a good show.
Yeah.
It's 3/4 of a yes from me. It's just immediately a yeah.
You just say yeah.
Yeah, not a full yes, just a yeah.
Yeah.
So I was thinking with that promo from Shawn Michaels, this was the genesis of a Ricochet heel turn, a bona fide heel turn.
I mean,
the one drawback for Ricochet for me is the fact he's really boring. So a heel turn might work in his favour. Not at wrestling, obviously, but everything else.
Yeah.
Him going,
I mean, well, that's it. There's he is quite cocky, and I think he could do sort of a
He could pull it off,
heelish.
yeah,
I think he could do a heelish persona quite well.
That's the only drawback for me.
Okay, no, that's all right.
That's my personal thing.
For me,
all right.
Ricochet's got a touch of the Roman Reignses, where he's a much more natural cocky man than he is. Hey guys, yeah. It's a yes from me.
Yeah.
I think it's not like the maddest pitch in the world.
It's not the maddest
but
pitch.
it achieves several things. Pays tribute to Scott Hall. It gets the IC title on WrestleMania, which it isn't currently as we record this video, and it adds it brings back that whole ladder match at WrestleMania thing as well. So yeah, it's a yes from me too.
Thank you.
Lovely. Right, it's my second pitch. This one concerns the tag match between the Mysterios and Miz and Logan Paul. So you've got the match goes back and forth and stuff. I don't know how good Logan's going to be. He did a training video where he looked all right, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much of that was in character, like when Miz is going he's better than anyone I've ever trained and stuff like that. But the match is going all right, and obviously over the past few weeks they've been teasing that double 619, but Logan's always getting out of it or getting rescued. Well, Dom and Ray finally have him where they want him. Miz is outside the ring, he's nowhere to be seen. Logan's going to get hit with this 619. They both run, and then Dom trips his dad, and he's finally he's finally done the heel turn. Obviously, Miz and Logan go on to win the match. They take Dom under their wing, and he becomes Dom the Influencer.
Wow.
Right? That's his heel shtick. Because I was thinking, if the heel turn finally does ever happen, what kind of heel's Dom going to be? I think that's the drawback, is that Dom you can't see him really as an interesting
Too
heel.
nice of a face, hasn't he?
So I think the only way to do it is they often hype up how young he is, even though he's, I think, probably a couple of years older than we actually think. I think make him a proper millennial little dick and be a Dom the influencer.
Call
Dick
him
and Dom?
Dick Doc.
Dick Doc.
Dick Dog.
Dick and Dom the Dick Docker. So he's hanging out with Logan. Maybe he goes on his podcast or whatever. He's hanging out with Miz when he's actually in on Raw and SmackDown and stuff. George Miz gets involved. We all love George.
Yes.
We all love George on these pictures. I've literally written, we all love George on these pictures.
Don't you
we've
love him?
brought
I
back.
love George and
George is
his
there.
chips.
He's not in chip form, just normal George. And basically, Dom starts totally disrespecting Lucha Libre. He's discarding all the traditions that his dad's taught him, and instead he's kind of warping it. He's just being an influencer, a really shallow man. It finally leads to a match with his dad at SummerSlam, a very traditional lucha stipulation. 2 out of 3 falls, hair versus mask. Shockingly, Dom wins, probably by cheating. Ray is finally unmasked. I know I've certainly seen Ray without his mask.
Yeah.
I remember, because I'm old, I remember what Ray looked like without his mask. And I'm sure everyone else has as well. But I think it would still be quite shocking, because it's been years since he's appeared without his mask.
2002, he's been wearing the
Yeah.
mask since, hasn't he?
Yes. So I think now's possibly the time. Dom wins, Ray gets unmasked, and Dom isn't gracious about it at all. You know, Ray's trying to say, you've proven yourself, son. Fair enough, fair play to you. And Dom's like, nah, he doesn't care, kicks his dad in the balls or whatever. Bang. It literally ends bang, comma, big new heel in WWE. Dom. Now, I don't know if Dom can do it. I don't think he can live up to it. But if anyone can help in that sort of thing, I think it's The Miz.
I was just picturing Ray getting hoofed in the nads and going, oh, my knee. My knee.
I know that, like, it seems like every build-up to every pay-per-view, one of us probably at least thinks about pitching. Dom finally turns on his dad. But I thought this was a slightly different way to do it. So I don't know.
I think there's a chance it might happen, mate, because
Really?
a throwaway line on commentary from Cole this week on
was it?
Raw. Dom has to earn the mask. That's why he's not got one or something. He
Yeah.
said it a lot more flamboyant than that.
That was one thing on SmackDown. You know, when Ray takes the mask back, I'm like, oh, he's gonna pass it. He's gonna pass it to Dom, and then he doesn't. And I was like, oh, that's a bit. Oh,
Yeah. That's a yes from me though. Dick Doc is money.
Dick Doc.
Dick Doc is money. Yeah, yes
Dick
from
Doc
me.
on the TikTok.
I think it's a very intriguing way to do it. Like just a very different way to go about it, rather than just the whole. Just Ray versus Dom kind of family mask.
Rather
get
than
the
it-
mask at the end or
Rather
whatever.
than it being like, oh, I mean, I'm sick of being in your shadow, Dad.
Yeah.
I think if he just doesn't care about his dad and Lucha Libre, it's a little bit more interesting.
and it's more of an insult to injury, right? If he joins the people he's been against.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Oh, my God.
It's just
You gotta-
tasty,
Don't
tantalizing,
even.
good stuff. I like it, yeah.
Thank you. It's going well. We've all said
is.
yes to everybody's
Yeah.
pitches so far. Ross, what is your third and final pitch?
Seth Rollins is waiting in the ring
Oh,
for his
here we
mystery
go.
opponent. Right? The crowd is chanting, Cody, Cody, Cody. For he is the son of a plumber, who was from the beloved great state of Texas, from where WrestleMania 38 resides. That was a sentence and a half, wasn't it? This massive video, right? You know, Doria got promo packages and that, and like John Cena is Babe Ruth at WrestleMania 35, that sort of thing. This massive video starts playing, and it ends with a silhouette where you can clearly see an iconic sort of combed back, flat top haircut that Cody rocks on the top of his head. You know what I mean? It's not quite a full flat top from the 80s, but it's like that sort of like flat top, but it's combed back. The crowd are losing their rootin' tootin' bananas because we are in Texas, and this is clearly Cody Rhodes, but the silhouette has some sort of jiggery pokery done to it via Adobe Premiere or other editing things.
What's the one you all use, Premiere?
Premiere, Photoshop could do that.
What's the one ITV and
After
BBC
Effects.
use?
Which one? What's that, Richard?
Avid.
There you go.
Avid Marion, bow selector. Some jiggery pokery's done to it, and we actually see the flat top-ish combed back hairstyle thing is grey. It's not blonde.
Hang on.
It's not even brown.
Oh, no.
It's bloody grey.
Oh, no.
The fans are like, what's going on in here? What's going on up in this son of a bee? To quote Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks. Sorry, let me get my pages in order. Wrestling has only one royal family plays
Oh my god.
across the top of the thing. It's heard in the arena. Cody's theme, Adrenaline in my mare, starts playing, but the lyrics have been changed. Adrenaline in my wallet. Something, something. Here comes the money. It's Cody's theme, but it's the bastard Shane McMahon remix.
What have you done?
There he is. He's sweating profusely. Shane McMahon creates his own water slide using his own bodily fluid so he can zip down the ring at double quick speed. But what's that? There's some sort of dam blocking the stream of river at the bottom of the ramp. What is this dam? The camera gets down there. We zoom in. It's Triple H's throne. What's that doing there? Screams Michael Cole. Shane slips and slides his way down to the bottom of the ramp and inspects the dam/throne. He starts punching it like Scrappy-Doo, but that's doing nothing because this throne is made of concrete and gold, and therefore it's really hard. In the distance, though, we hear a faint noise. It sounds a little bit like a lawnmower. Is that the Mexicools? Screams Corey Graves. No, you twat! Screams Michael Cole. Oh my, says Michael Cole. Look up there. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No! What is that? VT, please, Richard.
Oh my God.
This is what we see in the sky at WrestleMania 38. One of those things, which officially is called a flying bike, but it's basically got fans and it's like a hovering thing. I watched some Japanese fella fly into a room on it this week on Twitter, and it looks astonishing. And we see someone like that on the bike. We don't know who it is, but oh God, we'll soon find out, so we will. The proper adrenaline theme starts playing now. So adrenaline in my soul, something, something, Cody Rhodes. And we think, well, we know it's Cody Rhodes now. Cody Rhodes is on that thing there, and he's flying into the WrestleMania 38 arena, which he can do sort of, because it is indoors, but it's that big. I'm sure we'll find a way to make it happen. Cody skillfully, and with the heartbeat of America, floats down to just above Shane McMahon, so low that one of the big fan things, it provides a Home Alone 3-esque haircut to Shane McMahon, getting rid of that comb-back flat top thing that Shane McMahon has, and meaning that along with Vince McMahon, the only other person who can have the comb-back flat top haircut thing is Cody Rhodes, who has that same haircut, so he does. Cody goes on to beat Seth Rollins and then goes to sit on the throne, which is down by the ringside area. The water has now dispersed because we're in Texas and it's hot.
Yeah.
Not that hot because it's April. I was surprised how mild it was, but it was really hot that WrestleMania Sunday until the sun went away. But then, as Cody sort of tries to plant his lovely arse on that seat, Triple H's music starts playing. Triple H then comes down the ramp and he smashes Cody's throne just like Cody did at Triple H's throne at that Double or Nothing 2019. But then, in a wonderful, wholesome WrestleMania moment, he gifts Cody Rhodes his proper throne from WrestleMania 22. The pair hug, they kiss, and they wank each other off metaphorically, because that's what they're famous for doing to themselves. The torch, or in this case, the throne, has been passed. We have a new cerebral assassin in this game, and his name is Cody Rhodes.
I'm not sure what's just happened there. Richard was in on it as well. I feel totally blindsided, and I don't know what to give it. Do you know what you're doing?
I wish we could show the video of that
seen
fella. Oh my God.
Someone showed me it yesterday.
Flying into the room, yeah.
Who was it who showed me it? Someone showed me it yesterday.
It's incredible.
And then he lifts his head, he goes, doof, and that would be when the music properly starts, yeah.
Wow.
Who showed me that? Was it Fraser?
Probably. He knows everything, that man.
He does. Yeah,
he thinks he does.
He bloody thinks he does. Oh man, I don't know what to do.
So we've had the twists and the turns of the Shane McMahon. Oh, no, they've done it, haven't they? But no, Cody comes and saves the day. He's given Shane McMahon a haircut. Triple H has come down. We've buried that hatchet. It's tied up all the bows for me.
It'd be nice to see Triple H as well.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be.
Why am I actually analysing it? Yes, it's a yes from me, Ross. There you go.
It's a yes from me.
Yes from me.
I think something might genuinely happen with the reports that Shane McMahon's going to be
You're
a
a silly boy.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and swerve the crowd, but then have Cody come out.
They're bringing him in.
Yeah.
I don't know who reported it.
Shane?
Shane's going to be there.
Shane's at WrestleMania 38.
I'm the silly boy then.
They haven't said what he's doing, whoever reported it.
I don't think he'll face Seth Rollins.
No,
I think it'll be a
I think there'll be a swerve, yeah.
It would be tremendous if he did, just to see what would happen.
Yes, it would.
A riot.
Yes, it would.
There'd be a riot. I've just thought now as well, I think in the last two videos, you've pitched someone flying into the arena.
Yeah, there was
Which
Veer
I quite like that.
Veer and
Veer,
Mansoor.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've totally with all the excitement of WrestleMania, I've totally forgotten that Veer's coming.
He's coming
on Monday,
on Raw. Oh, yes.
Climactic.
Right, Andrew.
Yeah.
What's your?
Oh yeah,
last
God, I
pick?
forgot. That was so good. I completely forgot. This final one is very simple. So Brock versus Roman. The odds seem stacked against Brock with the Usos and Paul Heyman at the Tribal Chief side, yet we get a brief backstage segment before the match where Brock is interviewed. He's carrying a burlap sack over his shoulder as well. He's ready to go. Here
What
comes
is
the
burlap?
pain and all that. Isn't it just a material?
Hessian.
Is that what it
Is that the
Hessian?
same thing?
Could be. Like, where it's like a woven
Yeah, I think
sack
that's
thing.
Hessian.
He's a
That's
farmer. They've all got
yeah,
burlap
yeah.
sacks and that. Dad's got loads of them. He gets ready to add insult to injury tonight after he beats Roman to erase all the work that Roman has built over the last year and a half or so. Ominous, intriguing. Ooh. It's a very back and forth affair with plenty of false finishes and the like, but eventually we see Heyman and the Usos getting involved to really make things look like they're over for Brock. But they're not, obviously. He's the beast incarnate, for goodness sakes. The Bloodline are not getting away with the beatdown they provided to Brock at the Bloodline not getting away with the beatdown they provided to Brock at Madison Square Garden. Get out of it. Despite any and all interference from Heyman and the Usos, it just is not enough. Brock overcomes all the odds, F5s absolutely everyone, and pins Roman clean. 1, 2, 3. Texas erupts. Brock is ecstatic, but he isn't finished. No. Brock signals to the timekeeper to throw the burlap sack into the ring. Remember that from earlier? That wasn't even that long ago, so of course you remember.
And I honestly forgot about the burlap sack.
He stands over Roman's body and hoists both the WWE title and the Universal title into the air, but he brings the Universal title back down again, gives it a long, hard look, laughs, and hoys it into the crowd as hard as he can. It's a fake version, though. It's a fake version. Don't worry. He's a madman, this Brock Lesnar. He's a madman. Instead, he reaches into his burlap sack and pulls out, it's not Snake, it's not Jake Snake Roberts, it's not Damien, but the WWE Undisputed Championship he held back in the early 2000s, but revamped, it's shiny, it's nice. He slowly brings it down to Roman's face whilst laughing, and Roman's like, what you done? Erasing all the work Roman has done to bring prestige to the title and closing out night 2 of WrestleMania. And I decided to bring that belt back because I like the look of it, and it's synonymous, I think, with Brock Lesnar as well. That's just a nice way to add insult to injury after Roman's kind of brought everything to
Does it look very
the spot.
different to the current WWE title?
Yeah, it's quite...
Okay.
Yeah, do you not remember?
The Undisputed title?
Yeah.
Big gold thing.
From when Lesnar was...
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you,
Not
true.
the big gold one. But
No.
Big and it's gold.
Yeah.
But how does it look different from what does the current WWE title look
It's
like?
the
It's a
logo.
giant WWE
There you go.
logo. There it is.
Oh,
That
that
one.
one. Oh, from the 2000s.
Yes, and it's undisputed, so it's both belts in one.
I like that one.
It's in
That's
one
nice
thing.
belt. Yeah, nice.
And he's just hoid Universal Championship away. See ya.
Okay.
Boy,
It's a yes from me because as much as I really admire how they've built the legacy of the Universal title
Yeah.
after shaky beginnings with Baszler getting injured and everything, and now it's actually become a good belt.
Yeah.
I still can't get on board. To me, it's always been a bit of a silly concept. It's like WWE going, "What's bigger than the world? The universe." That doesn't really make sense. So yeah, I agree. I like bringing back that one. It didn't look too bad. It was
Yeah.
alright. I really like the current WWE one.
Yeah, I don't mind it
um,
either.
But it's still a yeah. Is it?
I was
Yes,
kinda
'cause
like-
I kind of want Roman to win.
That's what my.
That's
answer,
the one drawback.
Yeah.
It's not just a yeah. It's a for me.
Messi.
I like the the Undisputed title being brought back. I
Yeah.
like that part. I like how it's synonymous with Brock Lesnar. But we cannot have Brock taking the streak and taking this kind of streak, this undefeated run
Yeah.
of nearly 2 years, going on 2 years this summer. It can't happen. I want Roman to win, and that's why I'm going to give you just a.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's fair enough.
gonna have to be really hesitant as well.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's but I do like the idea of the Universal belt as
Cool,
well. Yeah.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Last one. And this one, okay, so at Mania Night 1, when the crowd is still outside queuing to get in the baking Texas heat, as you said before, Finn Balor is found in a car park somewhere, beaten down. It's like something from Midsummer Murders. Like everyone, the agents are dragging him past, the crowd are all like, what's happened to Finn? And he's just being dragged along. He's alive, but he's
I thought you were
beaten
doing
up.
that thing that he did at Extreme Rules. Remember, where he was just like flopping?
Oh, not
When
that. He's on the ground.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, he's actually been beaten down, and he's not got his paint on, so
Okay.
he's a normal human.
Yeah.
He's got a US title defense, which I've pretended has been added to the show for the purposes of this one. Against like Damian Priest, I guess. The match comes. Damian Priest is in the ring, fuming. He's like, "I won my match, and if Balor doesn't come down here, there are going to be serious consequences." Because he's the evil now. He's the evil side of his two his name or whatever. Baszler agents are trying to stop him, but he fights them off and he's going through guerrilla. We see him and he basically drags himself down to the ring as they're all trying to stop him, but they can't. The match begins and Priest easily beats him in just a few moves. But Baszler tried to prove he was a fighting champion and it totally backfired on him. Now we're going to do a flashback like Pulp Fiction or something, right? To earlier the same day at NXT Stand and Deliver, where in the main event, Dolph Ziggler beats Braun Breaker, I've said with all the shenanigans in the world. Like, it's not clean in the slightest, to become, or to retain the NXT Championship. And then we see, obviously, Braun Breaker. I guess maybe there'll be updates throughout the show of him driving from wherever, Dallas to the stadium, getting caught in traffic because it was hard to get there. Anyway... That was the most half-hearted. Braun Breaker turns up and Priest's like, I still want a match. And then Braun Breaker beats Priest. And now Braun Breaker is the United States champion and is now on the main roster.
Ooh.
On the Raw after Mania, whoever's won the big main event of night 2, let's say Roman for the purposes of this, is gloating. He does a big promo at the start and everything. Later on in the night, Roman's gone. Heyman's still there. He's still in the arena hanging around at the Raw after Mania. And he passes Braun in the corridor. They have a stare down and Braun's like, I'm coming for your boy. One day I'm going to get that universe or the unified title off Roman Reigns. Heyman stares at him and then shakes his hand and walks off.
Oh.
Just planting some seeds, guys. Just planting some seeds for the future. There we go.
Like a gardener.
Yeah.
Like a gardener.
I lost confidence halfway through that one.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because you went,
I was just reminiscing about Dallas traffic.
It was hard to get there, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aye.
Thanks, guys. I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, the idea of Braun Breaker fighting twice in one day, but I thought I'd bring it back here for this.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Why not?
If you want to build him up as a big boy, have him do
Which
all
he
the
is.
things. He is a very big
And I guess
boy.
after he's won the US title, maybe Rick and Scott can get in the ring.
Yeah. Like and that's the thing as well now. I guess if Roman retains at WrestleMania, then who is really realistically next?
And I don't think that Heyman thing should be built on immediately.
No,
after
of course not.
Leave that for
for a while.
for a while.
So yeah, it's a yes. I like your gardening.
Thank you.
Your gardening ways.
Braun is the only
Yeah.
person I'll accept.
Planting the seeds.
You
Really?
like this, Ian?
To be the one who beats Roman Reigns.
Braun.
He's the only one.
Fair
Nobody else.
I can't think of anyone.
Not Dull Hudson.
No.
Maybe Andre Chase. That'd be a teachable
Imagine.
moment.
It would be a teachable moment.
Take that, Roman, you bleep. Fantastic.
The only question is, I guess the only loose end is who then beats Dolph Ziggler to become NXT champion.
Andre Chase.
I was worried you were going to say LA Knight. But
Well, I think LA Knight's going to go to the main roster after
yeah.
after Sunday.
yeah, fair
Right, he'll
enough.
get beat badly by who's he facing? Gunter.
Gunter,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
I think
my
he'll
god.
get beat badly and then go to the main roster.
Humbled by Gunter.
Is it just like you can't keep a good man down?
You can't.
Fair enough.
And he'll be Universal Champion by the end of the year.
And what a fitting way to end this video of 9 pitches for WrestleMania 38. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And why not leave your cheeky pitches in the comments section down below? I've been Jack. This has been Ross and Andrew. Ross, I was going to throw to you
Oh,
to do a rundown,
Jesus,
but
yeah.
there's
Whoa.
so much stuff going on.
Right.
Oh,
So
man.
today is Wednesday. That's when you're watching Pitches. Tomorrow
Is
we
this
have-
going out today?
We have
Yeah.
a podcast tomorrow where we look at who should have ended the Undertaker's streak. One of those discussion things with myself, Tom, and Jack. Friday, Adam is live streaming his reactions to Smack Diddly Down right here on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Saturday, we'll just deal with Adam's stuff. He's live streaming, obviously, WrestleMania Night 1, his live reactions on
And
the
I'm
YouTube
live
channel.
streaming NXT Stand and Deliver on the Saturday as
What
well.
time does that one start?
About 4:30 UK time.
GMT.
Yeah.
No, BST.
BST.
Clock's changed. Bloody hell.
But yeah, so that'll be like 11 or 12 in America.
11 or 12 in
Depending
America.
on where you are in America. But yeah.
Sunday, obviously, Adam will be live streaming his reactions to WrestleMania Night 2 on the YouTube channel again. Going back to, oh God, do we need to go back to Saturday? I should have written all this down.
I know, I can't, but there's so much stuff.
We're
I
doing
can't
live
believe it.
after both nights of WrestleMania. What happened at WTF, the
Yeah.
live thing with you and Tom, which starts at
3 p.m. UK time, BST.
UK time.
Are
It's
you
a bit
guys
later than
doing
normal.
predictions and that?
We are
Yes,
doing
we are.
predictions. They'll be on the channel on Thursday as well. Cut down reactions on the couch will be live on Sunday.
No, Monday and
Tuesday.
Yeah.
My God in heaven.
And is Adam live streaming the Raw after Mania as well, possibly?
Adam, yes, let's just say he is.
I don't know if he actually is. He might be. It's a lot. It's the
There's a lot.
busiest
You'll
week
see
of the
there
year.
is.
It's
Just
it is.
keep coming back to the channel and there'll be something new there. I'll guarantee it. Every single
Absolutely.
time you do it.
Right, there we go. Thank you very much again for watching, everybody. Look forward to WrestleMania and that. Enjoy it. Have a good week, and we'll see you very soon.